17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. They had me 6 hours, I said 17 words. I'm like Shady in the snow, I spun, I'm so superb. A legend still remains when his flesh is in the earth. And if they raid your tomb, may they fall upon a curse. Yeah, there's 9 I keep for backup. With this I want a chip, we ran plays. They need to build a statue for this shit.
Think they might have waved the white flag over there, y'all.
More grams than Brandon, fiends rushing for a hit.
The boys took that loss.
While you niggas giving tips, you gon' get
over there tweeting like Bishop TD fakes.
Told me through my dips. You just
scared.
not a boss, I'm convinced. Niggas
Lord
practicing
Brunson
hard
back
for
at
them
you with the back
obituary
at you,
pics.
and I'm the
Shooters
best
watching the gram for them locations of your pics.
Cut the tape. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, you already know. I gotta let you know that this video was brought to you by Print Champs. Big Print Champs in the building. All we do is stellar designs. All we do is get our mind right, man. Make sure you tap in with my folks at Print Champs. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna do you right. We always gonna put you on a path to success. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all, for the impromptu live. Thank y'all for tapping in with your notification. If you ain't got nothing to do, let's talk a little bit for a second, though. Let's talk for a second. Cool Cat, what up? Lenny D, what up? King of Philly, what up? I ain't gonna hold y'all long, not at all. The Dark Lord is upon us. You already know. You know what I mean? They on Instagram tweeting, sounding like Bishop TD fakes. Super spiritual right now. After they talked all that nonsense. After they talked all that, they just been talking just to talk. And it's very confusing to me. Very confusing to one Lord Brunson, man. Let's get into the injury report before we get into a couple things. I don't like any of this. I didn't mean to say that. Wednesday, October 11th, Justin Evans, knee injury again. I really like what Justin Evans brings to the table when he's on the field instead of Edmonds. I think Justin Evans is a good complement to what we got going on with Reed Blankenship. He's a little more sound. I hope he plays Sunday. Darius Slay, knee. Hope he plays as well. Marlon T, triceps. Neither of these guys practice. I hope they all are ready to go for game time as everybody else on this list. Sidney Brown, limited. That's a good sign for a guy that missed a couple weeks. Fletcher, back, limited. N'Kobe, limited. Jack Stoll, limited. And Rashad Penny, illness, was a full participant. So I think we might see that Rashad Penny sighting. You know what I mean? That Rashad Penny sighting that I've been wanting to see so bad. I think we're gonna get that. You know what I mean? I wish everybody a speedy recovery. Of course, if you're injured, we want you out there each and every Sunday. That's just the name of the game. But I think Rashad Penny will add a much-needed boost to this run game. But, I can't deny what Kenneth Gainwell has been giving the Philadelphia Eagles in terms of, pass blocking protection. You know what I mean? He's excellent and phenomenal at blitz pickup. I didn't think he was that good. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I really like what I'm getting out of Kenny Gainwell in that term, so far during the duration of the season. You might wonder why I got the hat on. It's simple. We got a 2-game lead, and we are simply the captains in the NFC East. So why would I not don the hat of a captain? Why would I not don the hat of an admiral? You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but if it was ever a time to pop your stuff, the time is now. The time is now. If you haven't looked, and my next video I'm going to do on the NFC East Super Friends chat is going to dive a little more into this. But if you haven't looked, it's not looking good for a lot of people in the NFC East. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I've seen a lot of these guys looking like Joel Osteen, Bishop TD fakes, William Shakespeare. They got all of the poetic things to say on the internet. They're trying to be humble. They're trying to be nice to LB. I can't find anybody right now. You know what I mean? Anybody. I can't find nobody on Twitter, so I had to beef with the Eagles community about a certain topic, but we're going to get into that as well. Let's talk about this bulletin board material that New York Jets have given the Philadelphia Eagles. It's Robert Salah, or however you say his name. No. Let's get to it right now. Eagles Nation reports Robert Salah on how he plans to stop the brotherly shove. We're going to do our best to try and stop it. They do a lot of stuff off for 2. They have reverses, pop passes, stretch plays. We got to be disciplined. But if that QB carries the ball, we got to give him 11 kisses. 11 kisses. Now, that's a comfortable way of saying we got to inflict pain on Jalen Hurts if he's carrying the ball. I don't like stuff like that. I'm going to keep it tall. I don't like that kind of talk. I think that talk is reserved for, people of a lower class, if you ask me, especially coming from a coach who just lost his quarterback to a season-ending injury. So you want to talk about giving Jalen Hurts 11 kisses, quote unquote, bulletin board material, man. This is a team that has not beaten the Philadelphia Eagles in their existence. We have not lost to the Jets in franchise history. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. You know what I mean? And that's what makes every one of these matchups, in my opinion, that much more difficult. I mean, we don't want to lose to these guys ever. You know what I mean? While the earth is the earth, we should never lose to the New York Jets. And that's how I feel about that. This defense is supposedly, good enough to cause us some problems. I don't think so. I think we're going to blow the Jets out, keeping it a bean. Instead of saying things like worrying about Jalen Hurts getting 11 kisses, you need to worry about Zach Wilson. You need to worry about Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson is not ready for the type of pressure that we could put on Zach Wilson. He's not ready for it. You know what I mean? And just off that alone, the Philadelphia Eagles will win this game. But I think it's real Bush League to say stuff like that, man. It's been a lot of people, in my opinion. Now, I'm not accusing nobody of this, but it's been a lot of people with their only answer to stopping the tush push or the brotherly shove is to try to hurt the quarterback. And I think that's a weak response. I really do, man. I mean, say we're going to do our best. Say there's no way to stop it. Say anything. But don't give instructions to other athletes, you know what I mean? I.e. guys like Quentin Williams who share the same agent as Jalen Hurts, so they're actually cool. Don't give those type of marching orders to players, bro. I think you should be fine for saying stuff like that. Maybe that's just me. But we've been hearing it for like 3 weeks now, how people from Chris Sims to NFL defensive coordinators, Jack Del Rio, you know what I mean? Now head coaches are saying, let's try to hurt the quarterback or whatever the case may be. I think it's whack. You know what I mean? I think it's trash. If that's your game plan, then hey, so be it. You know what I mean? But we're not shying away from no smoke. 6-0 was on the horizon for us. You know what I mean? Devontae Jones, thank you for the super chat. Is there going to be an NFC East super friend soon? Why would they want to talk right now? But no, we got some time. We got some time. I think we got another 2 weeks for our next one. But why would they want to talk right now? Why would anybody want to talk with me? You see, I'm right by myself. Nobody should want to talk to me for a very long time. You know what I mean? And there's no hard feelings, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Everything I say be happening. You know what I mean? Everything I say be happening, and we just gonna cross that bridge when we see it, man. It ain't really nothing to talk about. What you want? I'm gonna laugh at you. It's nothing to talk about. But it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? It definitely is what it is. So let's talk about, this Nakobe Dean opening the 21-day window situation. I want to dive a little deeper into my thoughts on that. Shout out to y'all, 360 people in the building. A real impromptu stream I just put together. I just want to talk to the people. Get like that during the season. Let's talk about how Nakobe Dean, the 21-day practice window has been opened. And let's talk about how, I don't believe that he should be starting. Now, I don't know what nobody else think. You know what I mean? I don't know how people took to the last video I put up. I didn't even read the comments of the last video, and that's unlike me because I know that how I feel was going to rub a lot of people wrong. This is what we can't do right now, y'all. We got to understand where we are as a franchise before I dive into this. We are in a Super Bowl window. We're not in the let's see what we have at the position window. I'm not saying trade Nakobe Dean. I'm not saying cut Nakobe Dean. I'm saying that Zach Cunningham and Nicholas Morrow are playing too well together to try to mix somebody in there to see what we got at the position. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And the film backs that up. The things that they've done on the field it backs this claim. When has Nakobe Dean put a game together like this? And y'all know I'm on record for saying that Nakobe Dean will have a better pro career than Nicholas Morrow. I'm on record for saying it. When has Nakobe Dean been in these type of rankings? This was 6 days ago, word on the birds. When has he been the third graded guy in defensive grade? When has he been number 5 in tackle grade? When has he been number 12 in coverage grade? When has he been number 3 in pressure? When has he been number 2 in sacks from the position? When? You know what I'm saying? When? When has he been NFC East? When has he been NFC Player of the Week? The Washington game got him that. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying it will never happen. But right now, if you're trying to win a championship, I think it's in your best interest to ride with the hot hand. I really do. You know what I mean? FCX, thank you for the super chat. Keep roasting Mark Holmes' boyfriend, Dak Parsons. I'm gonna leave the Cowboys fans alone, man. A lot of them have proven to be soft. You know what I mean? But from where I stand and from where I look at this, I'm looking at Nicholas Morrow and Zach Cunningham gelling the way that they gelling, and there's no way you should throw a wrench in that. No way. So you mean to tell me that the minute Nicholas Morrow get the green dot on his helmet, he has a 3-sack game? He's playing fantastic, even in coverage, which a lot of people say he can't do. He's coming into a zone. You want to throw a wrench in that? After a 3-sack game, and after a second half of shutting out the Rams, who everybody thought was going to put up a 40-burger on us, myself included, you ready to throw Nakobe Dean back in the mix and start immediately? I saw at practice Nakobe Dean was getting reps alongside Zach Cunningham, which leads me to believe that the Philadelphia Eagles in the front office believe that Nakobe Dean should just walk right back into the starting position. That's not how it worked. This the NFL. I don't remember. The Philadelphia Eagles are one of the only franchises that do this. One of the only franchises that do this. Somebody told me on Twitter, man. Somebody said this to me on Twitter. They said, LB, man, you don't lose your job due to injury. You do in the National Football League. Lose everything to injury in the National Football League. You lose your job. You lose millions of dollars. That has been the hallmark of the National Football. You would have never known of Tom Brady if Drew Bledsoe ain't get hurt. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm so grateful and thankful that Nakobe Dean is able to come back from his injury. But you can't mix up what's happening. We've questioned the linebacking core from week 1. Listen, all the linebackers were garbage week 1 against the Patriots. We were terrified of what was going to happen. Now these guys have had 4 games to gel and get their feet wet. They're playing the best ball that they could be playing from the position, and you want to throw a wrench in it? All these guys are learning a new system. The guys that pick up the system the fastest and who can play the system together, you know, the best should be on the football field. We're trying to win a championship, bro. We're not trying to have a popularity contest. We're not trying to have a popularity contest. I love Nakobe Dean. I'm a Nakobe Dean fan. But I ain't never seen Nakobe Dean play the game and play the way Nicholas Morrow been playing the last couple of weeks. Never seen it. And it's not due to me not believing in them, but availability is your best asset, bro. Stop it. Stop it, man. When has availability not become your most strongest asset? I'm not one of them guys who believe we got to look and wait and see what we got. We don't got to wait and see. I'm not trying to find out because the team already playing good. The team already playing good. Actually, I believe that the reason why Nicholas Morrow even was cut in the first place is because Nakobe Dean is a 3rd-round pick. You got to justify your asset. You got to justify why you picked this guy in the 3rd round. You got to. You got to see what you got in him because he was a 3rd-round pick. So Nicholas Morrow even being cut was a casualty of the draft pick of Nakobe Dean, in my opinion, because Nicholas Morrow led the Bears in tackles last year. He ain't no scrub. He ain't perfect at the position, but he ain't no scrub. He ain't no scrub. Nakobe Dean couldn't even finish the first game without getting hurt. And again, this is not a knock to Nakobe Dean. But people are saying he's not better than Nakobe Dean. What you basing that off? College? A preseason fumble? What are we basing this off of? Because if you look at the pro tape, Nicholas Morrow has way more tape than Nakobe Dean has. Stop it. Stop it. That's all I'm saying, bro. If it's me, I'm not making the change. The change ain't worth it. The change is not worth it. You're playing great at linebacker. You can work him in. Listen, just give me Zach Cunningham, give me Nicholas Morrow, and a dash of Nakobe Dean. We don't got to make this dude the green dot. He been gone for 4 weeks. Sprinkle him in. He been gone for 4 weeks. From my knowledge, everybody was saying the coverage was bad week 1. Everybody was saying the coverage was bad week 1. I didn't forget. You think it's going to be that much drastic of a change if you add Nakobe Dean and swap Nicholas Morrow in? Here's the biggest point about it. I know y'all don't listen. We family. Y'all don't always got to agree with me. This is the biggest point about it, though, bro. The biggest point is this. We ain't lose a game since he been out. The linebacker core ain't do nothing but get better. So what we scared of? The linebacker core ain't do nothing but get better. Come on. Talk about it. Talk about it. Victor, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Last time I seen, King of Philly said, last time I seen Dean tight end was killing us. Let's talk about it, bro. We sitting there acting like Dean is some type of elite guy in coverage. None of the linebackers on our roster is elite in coverage. None of them are. None of them are. But I'm not going to ignore a 3-sack game from Nicholas Morrow, how well he sacks and blitzes the gap. I'm not going to ignore that, bro, because Nakobe Dean played for Georgia, and we want all the Georgia Bulldogs to be together forever. Newsflash, they will never be together forever. All the Georgia Bulldogs will not finish their career in Philadelphia. The best of the best will stay. Now, Davis and Carter, they might finish their career. I can't speak for everybody else. Nolan Smith might finish his career. I can't speak for everybody else, man. That's the facts of the matter, man. Are you trying to win Super Bowls or are you trying to get your favorite player to autograph your boxers? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. You got guys saying outlandish stuff. Guys forgetting who they are because they want Nakobe Dean to start. Guys are just saying outlandish things right now. Right? Guys are saying outlandish things. You got guys pulling up film of Nakobe Dean guarding the guy on a 5-yard out route. Every linebacker on our roster can do that. The issue is the middle of the field. The middle of the field is wide open. The middle of the field is as wide as your favorite adult star with Nakobe Dean in the middle. We've seen it, right? Nakobe Dean's decent in run blocking, but Nakobe Dean's pursuit isn't better than Nicholas Morrow, nor can he tackle better than Zach Cunningham. This defense is as dominant as it is in run protection because of the way Zach Cunningham fills the fits. I'm not making this up. Zach Cunningham second in total tackles, only behind Reed Blankenship. Nicholas Morrow second in sacks, only a half a sack behind Jalen Carter. And we're going to switch it up for what? I don't understand that portion of it. Somebody please explain it to me why you going to change it if it ain't broke. If it ain't broke, what we touching it for? And there's no shade to Nakobe Dean. This is just, if it ain't broke, what we doing here? What are we doing here? How many times have we made that mistake, Philadelphia Eagles fans? By playing favoritism ball. Sproles should have been out of here a minute ago. We kept forcing Sproles into the game plan, knowing he was 5'3", 110 pounds. Keeping Carson Wentz over Nick Foles was ludicrous if you think about it. Ludicrous. We started turning over a new leaf when we got Jalen Reagor out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Nakobe Dean got to go, but Nakobe Dean cannot start. He got to earn that back, bruh. Football is all about earning your keep, man. Why we act like we forget that? Football is about earning your keep. Nakobe Dean, did he really even earn the starting spot? Or was it just inherited by him because TJ Edwards left. He was just next man up. Next man up. Next man up. We didn't hear Nakobe Dean name in training camp, man. We didn't hear it. We just knew that he was going to have to start because his time was now. Sometimes it's your time. Sometimes you earn it. I want the guy that earned it. That's all I'm going to say. Victor Jurnett, thank you for the super chat. What trade do you see Howie making before the trade deadline? I think Howie Roseman going to look at some offensive line depth. I can see a wide receiver piece. There's a lot of guys having fire sales. Brian Burns, I keep hearing he's on the block. Jerry Jeudy, I keep hearing he's on the block. And they're not really trying to move Patrick Surtain, but a lot of big name guys could be on the move. I don't see us getting those guys because they are trying to get moved in hopes of being extended somewhere. But, you know, Jerry Jeudy could be a big piece on the move somewhere. I would hate to see him go anywhere else in the division. I would hate to see him go to Kansas City because Jerry Jeudy a dog. He's just an unfortunate circumstance. If it was a marriage, Morrow was just a side John. I mean, I don't like that analogy. I don't like that analogy, man. Because sometimes the side end up taking over. I don't like that analogy. It's not a marriage because we didn't extend him. I don't like it, but I like that though. You know what I'm saying? Justin Simmons, I keep hearing about that. I keep hearing a lot about Chin. The best ability is what? Availability. That's the bottom line, man. That's the bottom line. The best ability is availability. You know what I'm saying? How many times we're going to have to keep going through this? Now, you understand it's going to be a learning curve again. He played 3 quarters. He's not no seasoned 9-year vet who could just jump into the fold of things, who've been with his defensive coordinator for years. There will be another learning curve. You do understand that, right? There will be some lapses. He just missed time. That was his first career start. There will be lapses again. Now, if you're going to bring him in and start him against Zach Wilson, will be the best way to do it. But if we got to go against Miami, I need the guys that been winning the games, the guys that been putting on. We act like Morrow just been getting by. He was NFC Player of the Week. He was exceptional. Y'all be killing me, man. Y'all be killing me sometime. Y'all be killing me. Wait, where is that? Y'all be killing me. Come on. Do it look like somebody that's just getting by? Do that look like somebody that's just getting by? Look how he rank amongst linebackers. Do that look like somebody that's just getting by? Does look like, no, bro. He should have never been on the practice squad, bro. We totally undervalued him because of where Nakobe Dean was drafted. You know what I mean? And none of this is a shot to Nakobe Dean. But at the end of the day, man, the best product got to go on the field if you want to win a championship. Maybe Nakobe Dean is the best product, but I haven't seen it. Because availability is what matters in the National Football League, man. That's it. This is a next man up league. You can't send Morrow back to the practice squad. That's what I do know. Babe, that's you? Huh? Somebody came in the crib. I was about to get the pole. Run down there. That's what I'm saying. You got to be available, man. You got to be available. And that's, you know, and that's where I'm coming from, man. It's nothing malicious. It's just let's be available. Let's be available, y'all. Let's be available. You know what I mean? But listen, I definitely want to say shout out to y'all for tapping in with me real 20 minutes. I just had to get that off. You know what I'm saying? I had to get that off. Because this could go either one or two ways. You got to ride the hot hand in the National Football League, man. More content coming, man, the rest of the week. Y'all already know the vibes, man. It's definitely lit. You know what I'm saying? We definitely going to do the keys to victory tomorrow for the Jets. I'm gonna grab me a bite to eat, man. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna look at a couple clips, look at some film on the Jets. They just gotta win. They excited. I don't know what's on their biscuit. They thinking they could duplicate this, but they can't. You know what I mean? My guy Fresh, what's going on, Fresh? You know what I mean? I got your text message too, Fresh. But we definitely gonna tap in and bounce back on this one, man. Y'all had yourselves a great evening. 629 people in the building. What is this? Evening time with the bullies, yak time with the bullies. It's yak time with the bullies. You know what I mean? Talking about Nicholas Morrow, some type of side joint, man.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. In my line, if you want 17 birds, big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you want 17 birds, big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy, if you want 17 birds, big ring, I play for the 17 birds. They had me 6 hours, I said